Facts, not fiction. Mexico's refusal and cartel control. President Claudia Sheinbaum may stand at a podium and declare with pride that Mexico's sovereignty is inalienable, but that sovereignty suddenly becomes suspiciously negotiable when migrants by the tens of thousands flood through the southern states of Chiapas and Oaxaca, cross Mexico's entire length unchecked, and arrive at the doorstep of America's border, demanding entry. So if sovereignty matters so much, why has Mexico become a superhighway for illegal crossings? President Sheinbaum says Mexico is, quote, open to sharing information, but draws the line at allowing U.S. troops to fight the cartels directly. Now let's be clear, intelligence sharing without enforcement is like handing someone a fire extinguisher with no pin. It's symbolic at best and suicidal at worst. Now here's the hard truth. The U.S. CIA is already flying surveillance drones deep into Mexican territory. These missions pinpoint cartel superlabs, industrial-scale narcotics factories, capable of churning out metric tons of meth and fentanyl pills disguised as prescription medications. The intelligence is then shared with Mexican authorities. Now what happens next? Sometimes they act, sometimes they delay, and sometimes nothing happens at all. And it's no mystery why. Mexico's law enforcement and judicial systems have been ridiculed with corruption for decades. Judges are bribed, witnesses disappear, and officials who try to stand up to the cartels are assassinated, publicly and brutally. We've seen governors executed, police commanders beheaded, and journalists slaughtered for telling the truth. Even Mexico's own former Secretary of Public Security, Gerardo Garcia Luna, was convicted in the U.S. in 2023 for taking millions in bribes from the Sinaloa Cartel while serving in office. That's not a flaw in the system, that is the system. Felipe de Jesus Gallo, head of Mexico's Criminal Investigation Agency, admitted that what Washington already knows. These cartels aren't street gangs. They are multinational, militarized narco empires. They operate with precision, hierarchy, and access to military-grade weapons, armored vehicles, satellite tech, and even drone warfare capabilities. They built sophisticated underground tunnels beneath the U.S. Mexico border, some stretching over a mile, complete with electric lighting, ventilation, and rail systems. This isn't petty crime. This is asymmetric warfare. They export meth to Asia, fentanyl to the U.S., and weapons across Latin America, using the same logistics strategies as global corporations. These are not just criminal organizations. They are paramilitary terror networks, and Mexico has allowed them to flourish. It's time for the U.S. to treat them as such. Calling cartels, quote, criminal groups is outdated and dangerous. Their operations mirror ISIS and Hezbollah, and their actions have resulted in more American deaths than 9/11 every year. Yet we still play diplomatic games and pretend that Mexico is a reliable partner. Mexico has become a narco state with a democratic face, and we cannot keep pretending otherwise. Until the cartels are dismantled, and until the Mexican government stops giving them safe harbor through inaction, the United States must defend its people with or without Mexico's blessing. Our sovereignty depends on it. If you'd like to learn more about this article, it's called, Is Mexico a Partner or a Threat to America? And you can check this out on GoRightNews.com. Remember, we fight because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right.
Hi folks, this is Peter Boykin from hashtag Go Right. Let me break some things down. The future is up to you, and what are you willing to put into it? So will you hashtag Go Right for America? Will you participate in the great American revival? Because together we can and will make America great again. But it's up to you. It is up to you. It's time to join the Go Right movement. It is time to hashtag Go Right for America. Join us at GoRightNews.com. It is time for the great American revival, and it is time to hashtag Go Right for America.